The Queen was tutored at home by Britain's best tutors as preparation for her future role and took lessons in religion from the Archbishop of Canterbury. Queen Elizabeth II joined the Auxiliary Territorial Service in 1945, where she trained to be a mechanic. She was the first female member of the royal family to join the armed services as a full-time active member. She met Prince Philip when she was 8 years old. Although they attended many of the same events as young children, Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip met officially in 1934 at the wedding of Princess Marina of Greece and Prince George, Duke of Kent. She had 8 bridesmaids. The Queen had a rather large bridal party. She learned how to drive in the year 1945. The Queen learned how to drive during her time in the army and was often spotted out taking herself for joyrides in her Range Rover or Jaguar. The Queen has made 5 official state visits to the US during her reign thus far. The Queen has famously loved Welsh Corgis ever since she was young. She has owned over 30 of the dogs and even bred them herself. Prince George calls her Gan Gan. Kate Middleton has said that her eldest son, Prince George, calls his great-grandmother Gan Gan. Gan Gan is a designation that generations of royals have used to describe their great-grandmothers. She speaks fluent French. Queen Elizabeth II learned to speak English at a young age from French and Belgian governesses. She often speaks in the country's language when visiting and even shocked many when she delivered an address at the state banquet in 2014 speaking French. Norman Hartnell designed her wedding and coronation gowns. British designer Norman Hartnell designed some of the Queen's most iconic dresses, including her coronation dress and wedding gown. Hartnell was officially appointed dressmaker to the royal family in 1938. Since all British passports are issued in the Queen's name, she herself doesn't need or have one. She also doesn't require a driver's license to drive or a license plate on her car. She receives around 70,000 letters a year. The Queen receives around 200 to 300 letters a day. She chooses a few to read herself and then has members of her staff respond. Although she was born on April 21, 1926, Queen Elizabeth II has 2 recognized birthdays. The first is the actual anniversary of the day she was born and a separate day that is labeled as her official birthday when the weather is better or the Trooping the Colour Parade.